guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another movie review, and this movie is called The Color of Love. Lifetime movie. So guys, if you are watching, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications, comment down below, and we just gonna get right into this. And let me know in the comment section if y'all like to see me do more movie reviews. If not, I'll put them out there when I watch a movie, and y'all tell me how you think the movie was about based on what I tell y'all, okay? All right, let's go get into it. So this movie is called The Color of Love. It's based on a true story. Now, this movie took place in Pennsylvania. It's about two children that are siblings, and they're in the foster care. So, it starts up with this family. It's a widow mom. Her name is Monica. She has two children named CJ and Leah. She also has I would say, sometimes living boyfriend named Theo. And the two foster kids are Rachel and Peter. Okay, now, so it's been brought to my attention that Rachel and Peter were sent to Miss Monica's house on two previous occasions because she also offered up her home to be a foster care parent temporarily, because her mom was a foster care parent too, so she was always having new people come into her home growing up or whatever. So she offered her house to them. And then they would eventually go back into the system. So Rachel and Peter, they were actually in another foster home. And I think her name was Miss Pauline or Miss Paulette or whatever. But come to find out, she was beating the kids. She was starving the kids. And Rachel was not trying to, let her brother go without food or whatever. So one day after school, they packed up whatever they could in their bags, and they barricaded the door, and then they hopped out the window, and then they just left. And then you hear in the background the mom just screaming and screaming and screaming and screaming. She was like, listen, I ain't got time for that. I'd rather just get my brother out of the situation so he's good and he's straight. So they run away, and I guess they're, how would you put this? Oh, the supervisor in charge of their case, she finds out that they left, and then I guess Rachel called her and let her know where they was at. So she came and picked them up, and she was like, well, he's hungry and all that stuff. He was like, yes, I understand it, but you can't keep doing this because it looks bad on your report because people keep listing you as a runaway. Because the situation doesn't seem fit, she runs away. But it's for a good cause because she did not like to get hurt and whatever. So she wanted to make sure she can take care of her brother. So they do that. And then they go to the facility and they stay there overnight. And then they get put back into Miss Monica's care. Upon arriving to her home, they settled in or whatever. She sees that Rachel had a bruise on her arm. So she didn't say nothing to that first because she was like, I'm going to just let her settle in because they done been through enough. And it's not their first time being in her house. Like I said, they've been there two previous times. But, this is the third time. So they get settled in and whatnot. And then Monica, she starts talking to Stephanie about the situation and stuff like that. And they was like, well, let's just wait and give her time. Maybe she can come around. And then, she'll tell us what happened. So eventually she did tell Miss Monica what happened. And Miss Monica was like, yeah, I can't keep letting this happen. I've learned to fall in love with these kids. This is not the first time they're being in my home. And it seems that they're safe here. So she starts thinking as days go by. She starts talking to her coworker. She's a vice principal at a high school where she works. So she starts talking to her coworker, and she's thinking of this idea that she should adopt him. She thought of this all on her own. So eventually one night they was having dinner and she blurted it out that she would like to adopt him. Her boyfriend was looking kind of standoffish. It was kind of upset or whatever. And she was like, well, what's with the face? Like, they talked about it after dinner, and then it come to find out he was actually a orphan, a foster kid growing up. And, you know, he kept telling her how he felt about the situation and whatever. So eventually they just started drifting apart. They would go visit each other here and there, but the chemistry was just kind of at a standstill. It was like, well, you do you, I do me. And that is what it is. He was a firefighter, and she's a vice principal at a high school. So, yeah. Eventually, as the time go on, she transferred the kids over to her kids of school. So Rachel would go to school with Leah, and CJ would go to school. Peter would go to school with CJ. So that was like, you know, easy trips. So once Rachel got to the school, this one girl, she started messing with her like, charity case. Like, why are you always hanging around with her? Don't you got other friends or whatever? So the girl didn't like it. So one day, she was in the bathroom, and that girl so happened to come in there. I think her name was Tamika. Yeah, she happened to come in the bathroom, and she was like, charity case. So Rachel was like, okay. Turned around and pushed her into the bathroom stall. I think she hurt her nose or something. And then she got called to the principal office, and then they was like, wanted to suspend her or whatever. She was like, no, I'm gonna talk to her, I'm gonna handle it out. Miss Monica had to come down to school, so I'm gonna talk to her and handle it out. Once they got word to them, back at where Stephanie works at, her boss was like, nah, let's find somewhere else for them to stay. But come to find out, he was a racist. He was like, her con should stay with her con, meaning no blacks should be integrated with whites. But everybody else wasn't having the problem with it. Her mom, Monica's mom, Theo, her boyfriend, and the supervisor was having mixed emotions about like, nah, that's not gonna be a good fit for them. But love is love. It doesn't matter their skin color. If somebody is willing to take you in and show you that love and compassion and care that you're looking for, why should race matter? But they end up going to somewhere else. Eventually, Miss Monica kept going through with the adoption process. It was a long fight, but she kept fighting for it. Then they asked her to do an interview. She did her interview, and then her mom came around. She was like, okay, I see what you're doing is out of love. Her boyfriend came around. He was like, wow, I watched your interview. I see where you was coming from. And then he kind of had a change of heart. He actually came to their adoption hearing. And I was like, oh, snap. Theo in the building. Yes, he came and stayed the whole entire process for the adoption. The judge heard all sides of the story. And then the supervisor was still adamant, like, no, I think she should fit somewhere else, trying to blame the part of her getting into that little incident in the bathroom was based on her environment. No. But, you know, he felt he was in the wrong. He felt stupid because that wasn't the case. And she explained her side to the judge or whatever. So, after hearing all parties' stories, the judge was like, okay, I don't see nothing wrong with this. We're going to grant you custody of these kids. Oh my God, the whole courtroom was just happy and in tears. I mean, I actually cried too. I was thinking like, no, they're going to throw out the kids and saying they're going to put them back in foster care. But no, they actually stayed there. They became a blended family. Theo and her got married. It was just all happy ending movie. Like, y'all have not seen the movie The Color of Love on Lifetime, please do so. It's based on a true story. You would not be disappointed. I was just thinking, wishing there was more to it. But, you know, they can only put so much in it a lot of time space. So it was definitely a great movie. I would definitely recommend it again. I would definitely watch it again. So guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this movie review. And if y'all like to see it, please check it out on Lifetime. You can also download the Lifetime app, put it with your service provider, and you can watch it from there. Okay? So guys, like, comment down below, hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I post. And until next time, we're out of here. Bye.